Welcome, fellow gamers, to what I hope will be the genesis of the Empire of the Eastern Suns custom army list available for the one-page rule system in the Army Forge right now for the Age of Fantasy setting. So what is this? This is an army list that we put together here at Dorkness Inc. with no benefactors, and we get nothing for this because we have no sponsors and we're not supported. But we love this system and we love trying to find things that people want and do our best to create them. So the theme here is obviously a Japanese samurai ninja theme. We are utilizing the model sets Empire of the Eastern Suns 1 and 2 by Raging Heroes, also known as Infinite Heroes. They're not involved in this in any way, shape, or form, but they have fantastic models and I can absolutely recommend them and the quality of the things that they make. We'll be utilizing these two factions because they represent the light, classic, traditional samurai and ninja, as well as they represent the more dark inflection of the Japanese style Yasha and demon, and as well as a little bit of flavor of the undead, so that you can have an army that represents one side or both sides. The main goal here was to make a list that was balanced and adjustable, that followed the rule set given out through the Army Forge so that it could be played by anyone and they would know that this is a balanced list, that would also be flexible and able to accurately represent the flavor of the Eastern version of the samurai. Now that, of course, means that we are not going to dive deep into the historical facts or the specifics of the Japanese culture as far as this is concerned. We're more looking at this as a flavor and an overview that we're going to use as a guide for how best we can represent these ancient archetypes here in our modern era. So of course our focus is going to be the samurai, the ninja, some monk, and our shogun on our good side, and we also have the Soul Reaper Queen, her Kappa Spirits, her Shikabe Guard, and I know that it may be in the original, but I've always considered the ogres to be more underneath the flag of the Reaper Queen than the traditional samurai shogun. So since we're starting out with this overview, let's take just a quick look and see what it is that we've made. So we've created 6 heroes: the Shogun, the Old Master, the Soul Reaper Queen, the Elite Samurai, Uzumi Umino, and the Grave Dancer. The Shogun, of course, representing your option to lead your army from the front line with a combat-focused hero. He's able to ride the mighty dragon and comes equipped pretty reliably in order to be quite the beat stick. The Old Master comes in as a high-level caster and has some options to increase his durability. The Soul Reaper Queen comes in as a masterful, well-rounded caster with tons of options, but is the pricey end. Your Elite Samurai stands as your leader of a smaller force and an option to have a hero lead squads in case you want something that's a little less point investment. Umino counts here as a low-tier caster, though not quite as low as the Grave Dancer, and has some interesting abilities unique to her. And we have the Grave Dancer themselves, which stands as our low-level caster for in case you do wish to build a casting-focused force. Moving on to troops, our core units, we actually have created 9 to represent this line. We have the Shogunate Samurai and the Shogunate Archers to represent the Elite Trained Samurai and the Elite Trained Samurai Archers. We have the Monks of the Shadowed Peak, the Shikabane Guard, the Ninja Warriors, the Anamusha, the Kappa Spirits, the Food Lions by themselves, and the Ogre Brutes. Of course, in a future video, we'll go ahead and take a much closer look at the nuts and bolts of all of these various units. For now, we're just trying to give you an overview of what it is you can expect to find in this list. Finally, for vehicle monster section, we've created 3 engines of war for you to take: the Eternal Spirit Dragon, the Many-Tailed Fox, and at the high end, Rajan, the God of Thunder himself. These represent your absolute monster Chad level units that simply cannot be taken in a normal game, but when they are taken become the focal point with which you're going to want to build your entire army. Of course, as is standard, we feature 6 spells, 2 at each of the levels, with a variety of buff, debuff, and direct attack. We also have a wide variety of special rules that represent all of the different aspects of each of these units' abilities. Hopefully this overview is enough to get you excited and a chance to go out and give the army a try. This is Dorkness Inc. Thank you and have a great day.